Welcome back to What If I Was in Winx Club, Part 2. So, sorry about the interruption in Part 1. My mom was wanting me to do something. So, now, we got that all over with. So, so now, where were we? Oh yes, when she says that the three witches that told the goblin to take those things away, as he says, okay, and as he tells her, yeah, those or that orange thing, I killed it. As she says, oh, okay, so it's dead. Yeah. Unless you wanted it alive, and okay, as she says, no, I know that you're always been that. So, yeah, so the three witches got punished. Or side. Just needs the E. So, yeah. They were pretty powerful. But they were just students. So, of course, she punishes them. And, yeah. So, and he went back to, of course, she says, I know you're a wielder of those chans, but I know that of course, she's knows that Chenmin is never been, or Chenmin is a wielder of those, so she says, if you want to, those weapons only react to him near or far away. They can fly. Yeah. And, yeah. So, they were on a display case like that. As the witches even recognizes who Chenmin is, actually. He's the top student of the warriors. But then when they heard that Chenmin is really Chaz, they were fangirling it every time he comes in. And so, yeah. So, and plus Blue, is trying to think. She's deep in her head of who is Chenmin is. As, of course, course, she remembers. Of course, she told Blue that and that Chanman fella or the fairies even started to like Chasman as yeah he was the same age as Sky, so yeah. And Chenman has brown hair, and like that was brown, so he ends up telling them that, well, home. Then or all of them are still trying to figure out who Chadman is, actually. As she says, I never heard of a Chazman, but I have heard about Chaz the Legend, or Legendary Chaz. How he's kind, but then one day some three witches or old witches turned him into a serial killer. So one day those three witches came out before, or they ran away before. So yeah, they ended up doing the same thing. Like, you're pretty much in trouble now. At Icy, as Ice just did that, like, made a dome. Him. Or, like, made just a bunch of ice crystals and shot at at the boys' school thing, and it was flying, so it got shot out of the sky. As Chenman is all ripped, as he says, as he used his magic as to warp all the men out, as they didn't care about Chad Man, because only person that really did care, that was like his true friend, was her. So she says, where's Chadman? I thought he was with you. Well, we got attacked by a witches. Which is that. And he or his armor even also reacted, breaking its like prison, and comes out. He as he used his shield, and of course the blade also reacted, as of course she didn't know, but then she realized, something's wrong with, as the thing broke out and flies all the way to where he's at. As he jumps right off the edge, and like he as the blades went super fast as he caught it. And like, as he used his magical sword, or he used his power, he caught it as he is holding it over his entire head. As, yeah, he starts, like, trying to, like, he walked, 100 miles. That was impressive. As, yeah, they see his nickname was actually called Earthbound Immortal Chazman, or Chaz. So, when they saw his power, or they see the island moving. So, yeah. They see the island moving, or the schools moving. They're like, okay, who's the hex casting that magical spell? As they realized, of course, she looked and it says, alright, so, guess rumors are true. As the boys and girls, all the men, says, what do you mean? Well, I believe it's one of our men carrying the entire thing on his back. As, yeah, he's strong. And with the metal things on his feet, so he's basically hovering, walking with, I'm trying to think of how much does a building weigh, like the entire school of Winx Club, boys run, as he literally walked all the way to the, as they see him, the one legendary knight, and as he says, this is nothing. As he actually doesn't talk to multiple people. As Blue says, she actually tells her brother that, keep going, brother. Show him how strong you really are. Little sisters. As he used his sword, or like his sword pierced through the ground as, yeah, the rocks formed, holding it up with just two bare hands. As he says, I'm kind of rusty at this stuff. As, yeah, as he is trying to hold it up from crashing down. So, yeah. As, so the Witcher says, looks like there's a legendary hero that we all know and love. as as boom. Hey, mean sister, how are you doing? That's what Hammond says. As Sky, he did not know that Chazman is the legendary Chaz. As he then it has been a long time, hasn't it, big brother? As yeah, you look grown up, huh? Okay, so as he says, no matter what, I'll destroy this, or we will destroy it. As he says, well, you must be the three witches that told that ogre to steal my weapon, Blades of Chaos. As the Blades of Chaos reacts to his rage. As they know that how powerful, or they didn't know how powerful he is when he has his suit of armor. As he says, let me guess, you were trying to steal my weapon so that to try to kill my baby sister with. As they're like, yeah, can't wait. As Icy tries to freeze him, it froze him, but the blades hangs activated, so the flames melted. As he says, as one of the witches, shows up. As with her, yeah. So, Henman says, if that's okay, I'll punish them. I do not want Hunt to bring hate to anyone. As she knows how powerful Chenman gets when he doesn't need. So she says, or this is the what if version. So she says, go right ahead. Take your anger out on them. They tried to steal your weapons to kill your sister. As Vinny. So the blade that he has, it became the rocks. And he says, you'll take a fury of my rage. As he used his shield to block Icy's attacks. As a dragon, or he throws the shield up in the air, and he says this is the dragon fire ultimate, as he conjures up the flames of the dragon fire. Now roar, as the blade flames up, as he throws the blade and through double-bladed things right at them, killing. I know that when he wore that armor, he starts on a bloody rampage at first. But he now knows how powerful control. So, yeah. Stormy got killed. Her got killed. And it was just Storm. Or, no. It was Icy. So, she says, I can't believe you killed. As that was her final words before Henman stabbed her. As when he pulled the blade out, it reacted to, as he couldn't believe how bloody he would get. As, yeah, say goodbye to all three of those witches. As he took that armor off, as he says, or he took off a helmet before, he says, sorry guys, got a little bit carried away. As they now know that don't ticks off Sandman. As they agree that Sandman, as Blue, of course, he pets her on the head, as he remembers that it's just like the back then. I never had to kill anybody. As, yeah. So this guy thinks, I can't believe one of the students is a legendary Chaz. And that's what he's thinking in his head. But no matter. As long as he's on our side, that's good enough. So, all the boys wanted to learn from him. As he says, looks like the principal is ready to yell at one of us. As he looks at, guess who it was? It was the guy from, or I was trying to find his picture, like the boy, or like of Warrior hers one. So, as he sees the legendary Chaz, as he says, what was going on here? As legendary Chaz was saying, well, before all this, as I was walking down the road to clear my thoughts and need a alone time, then I saw the goblin carrying my weapons. So, yeah. He couldn't believe that, of course, but then it was the truth. As of course, she says, and don't worry about those dead bodies, Hinman told her. As he used a magic spell to seal them in the endless torture. Like basically getting eaten constantly. Like when they're dead. So yeah. So that's ends of those three witches, and everything went back to normal. And hilarious part, her sister, her, saw how strong and so she so she ends up dating Sandman, the legendary Chaz, as he's kind of embarrassed. That's why he's trying to like he couldn't or like he covers his face like she in this what if she's kind-hearted one, not the other what if past one that she was summoning him and killing like or her sister kind. No. This is a different kind. So yeah. So it was a happy ending for everybody, except for them. They're dead and their bodies are getting eaten constantly. So, yeah. And then, of course, with his kind heart, he trained, or he actually trained them to be the top students. So, yeah, the teacher, or like a principal thing of that warrior thing, is like, you got a job, boy. I'm proud of you for getting them into shape. As, yeah, they trained hard. They even mastered of being using their powers for like that. As yeah, sometimes both of them come and visit her. So yeah, to check on things. Yeah, so then of course, hilarious part. I know that some people find out that they're like mostly men find out that their girlfriends are like pregnant. Well, he found out that of course he got married to her, and man, when he of course the phone call thing, she told him that the child was gonna be born, as he is thinking as he was facing away from everybody ready when he got that. As yeah, he ends up being blushy. Like all of them were like, huh. Plus the principal was like, what's wrong? This is what he says. My wife is having a baby, is gonna get born. As that's what he quietly says to him. So when the principal heard that, don't be embarrassed. Some of us are already embarrassed at a young age. Of course, he's giving Chandman crud about how that. So yeah, of course, he was actually a friend And as they're like, yeah, no problem. As when he actually had, like, the power, or he actually had demon wings. As he, like, when she told him that she's at the hospital yeah, it was just like, he's so, like, he he's trying not to show it, but some of them are like, notice that he's embarrassed about something. He tells Cinnamon, why are you embarrassed about something? I don't want to talk about it. It's family thing. As come on, don't be blushing. I see you're blushing. And of course, he knows that between him, Sky, and the boys, that he got married to her. Cinnamon got married to her. So, come on. So, yeah. Or my original plan was to include the pumpkin girl, the one that, yeah. So, he says, all right, if you want to know, yeah. Of course, Blue didn't know that his or her brother's wife has Mimi until, yeah. And it was she gave birth to two. One was a boy, that wants to be a warrior, that's just like his father has. And one was a girl that looks just like Icy, or all three of their hair colors. Or, like, so, yeah, or pink. It's just like her, but with, like, white hair. And then he says, yeah, so he's embarrassed because of that. As Sky told Blue, because he told him that, let's get your sister to know about this. As he says, sure. I always keep nothing away from my sister for, as when she got told, or she got woke up and she got told by Sky that her brother has a child thing, because she knew about his wife, but when she heard that his wife is giving birth thing, she couldn't believe it. Yeah. as he is like itching his head. He's trying to think think about it. As yeah. And so yeah. And her name was, or he, it was too fast for him to think about names, as he's like trying to think, and both of them, or all three of them, are like, how about name them, because a boy would be, how about Johnson? And the other would be something girly, like flower. Sorry. Or maybe some rock music thing. Yeah. How about flower for the girl, and then for the guy would be Johnson. That would be good. As he was, as she knew that Edmund is thinking about, because it was a lot of pressure to put on him, as she says, how about one named Chad has Johnson, and the other will be Crystal. Or like, as he says, yeah, without, as she knows that it takes a lot of stress off of him. So, yeah. Then a couple of days have passed, like a time skip one, as there, or of course, he trained his son to become a world's best, as he says, now son, don't overdo your thing. As he says, I won't try. As yeah. So Crystal looks just like her, but more has like that. So yeah. She knows that she doesn't hate her or daughter, and she doesn't hate anyone, but she's glad that she's just hanging around. So yeah. And he was now the teacher, and in a couple more years he will become a student. Or no, he becomes a principal. So yeah. How long has this video been? Okay, so yeah, him teaching his student to become, or his students plus Sky and Blue had also a kid, and they all had kids, and some of them are boys. So he taught a lot about combat abilities and like archery and all that stuff. So yeah, he was good. As, of course, one day he was like, as, yeah, her and other, or her and the guy, the principal of the Warriors, one, I forget his name, they said, how about start drinking soda thing? Okay. As I'm taking a drink in real life. So, now, we move on to, and still, so, yeah, as he says, there's some ups and downs for being immortal. Yeah, as they're like, yeah. As she asked, how are you immortal? As she says, well, he can never die, and when he does die, he comes back as a more younger version with a different name or different last name, but Chadman is just one. Okay? So, yeah. He ends up becoming the principal, time skip, as his sister is like not being a jerk, but he sometimes he spends quality time with his sister and his family and like taken care of. And yeah, he comes right back after. So the Blade, he still recognizes his signature, no matter if he's like Chazman, Chaz Johnson. So even his armor recognizes him. So yeah, he built his sister or his son a suit of armor that only he can wear. His little son to wear. That has evolved things. So, yeah, he's basically, of course, they had romance, or during the, like, those days, she still hangs out with him a lot more than anyone else. And it was like a balance between yin and yang. So, yeah, he was living a good life with his sister, his wife, and like his friends, everybody. But one day, he died. I'm joking. No, I'm just. It's just a joke, not real one. But so yeah, they did not realize is how powerful Chadman gets. That's so yeah. He can never die and like do all that stuff. So now we move on to what the heck? Part something. I don't know what it is. So what the heck? Why won't the... Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Why won't Simone... Why won't the Gurren Lagann Hun Simone was... I wish that they remake it so that he was... Only thing that will really change would be Nia, or her, became a spiral warrior, just like her father, instead of being a anti-spiral, like what she did in the anime. So, yeah. And I'm just flipping those two around, so, yeah. So, it's just how it is. And sorry if I'm talking loud. I need some loudness. So, I would rather make Simone born as a anti-spiral, and it would be like switch between Mia and Simone. As, yeah, Simone had, or was born as a warrior. And if this video gets 1 like, then I'll do the remix of what if Simone was born as a anti-spiral. So, yeah. If this video gets 1 like. And so, yeah. Imagine him, or no, just, I'm trying to look for him. Just imagining Simone. Oh, sorry. Just imagining Simone as born as the anti-spiral. That would be him right there. I know that some anti-spirals are just all black. I'm talking about the that color thing. So, yeah. So then and some are just like Mina, or sorry. But I think they need to do a reboot one. Reset it. Make a new one called What If. No, it would be the Gurren Lagann of the anti-spirals. So, it wouldn't be nothing truly changed. Only thing that will change would be that she would be, instead of being a spiral or anti-spiral messenger, she would be the spiral warrior one. The spiral warrior. As she would be taking Simone's role. So, yeah. She would just had the same hair thing. But only thing that will be different would be that, of course, Simone would be the anti-spiral warrior and messenger. So yeah. So that would be the only two things that would be switched. And she would had Simone's brother, or like him as her brother, and do all that stuff. So that's what I would want to see, the reboot of the Simone was born as an anti-spiral. That would be insane. Plus, it would be like similar, but a little bit on the opposite, like mirrored, where Simone was being an anti-spiral and doing all that stuff. So, yeah. If this video gets 1 like, if it gets 2 likes, I might do this over again. But instead of throwing Mina or that girl in there, I would be just using her. So yeah. And I was thinking about that the other day. So that's only for 2 likes. If it's like 3 likes, I might stop doing like guy from Fortnite memes, because that really makes me sick and tired of it. So yeah. And huge shoutouts to everybody that draws these things. A lot better than my drawing, so yeah. And if this video gets 4 likes, I might start doing like that combine of all of them. Like, what if I was a gun? Or like, as of what if. Yeah, so, in the last video that I did of custom cards, I did all of these. So, and out of all of these, I think, in my opinion, 2 things that will be broken would be shooting stars of wishes with this effect of must say like what they wish for, and then it happens, and lost a turn, in my opinion. So yeah. So this video has gone long enough, so, and have fun, and catch you what if people later. There's peace out.